Hello everybody, my name is Sylvain Rochon. I am changing a lot of things. As you can notice, I've changed a little bit the intro and I'm modifying things. I didn't follow through on what I planned in my last video. Actually, I'm doing things better. I'm improving on the model, and actually I have other ideas I want to share with you today, just so that you know that I'm actually working on lots of stuff in the background to modify the content of the YouTube video and in a very interesting ways. And also, well, I'll tell you straight up. First thing. My first book, Engineering Paradise, Are You Ready?, is in layout right now, so it's going to be available at the end of the month of January, maybe early February, depending, I guess, on my publisher, Tellwell. Thank you, Tellwell, for being with me and helping me out. So this book is going to be available to you guys. I will, of course, promote it over here so that people can be aware of it and download it and do what they need and check it out. That's the first thing. So I'm really excited about that because that's my first book, and well, it's a book, right? So not everybody writes one, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I was inspired over the holidays to write a second book, and I don't want to just write it the same way I did the first one. I actually want to do something a little bit different. I want to write it in some ways, and not completely, but the majority of it, I want to write it in my blog. I'm posting my blog link in the description of the video here. But I want to be able to write essentially each chapter or each couple of sections in the blog so that people can read and be acquainted with the whole thing and to see the process of writing the actual book as well. So I want to do that so you guys can take a look at it and comment and offer suggestions, advice, and whatever. So I want you guys to be involved in some way, or potentially involved in some way in the process. So we're going to be doing that very shortly. And this book is also going to be called Engineering Paradise, with a second tagline. I won't reveal exactly what this is going to be, what the angle is going to be, but as you know, my idea is to together build a paradise here on Earth enabled by technology. So of course the book is going to be talking about that. It's going to be very exciting. I should be able to finish it in about 6 months, and then editing and all that stuff. So I'm hoping by the end of 2018 having a second book out that has a slightly different angle, and I'm really excited about it. As far as the channel itself, I mentioned last time, I believe, that I wanted to start a series called People with Purpose. I actually started interviewing excellent individuals, people that have achieved high level of success in their professional lives, but that have a keen sense of the world and want to give back to the world in different ways. They all have different approaches. So most of these people are in technology. They're in the sciences. I've interviews almost every day. So I'm just filming or recording the interviews, and I've prepared the intro and an outro and things like that. And I'll be putting all this stuff together. But I've decided, instead of just doing it the way I used to do it, where the quality is okay, but it can be much better, I want to improve the quality of it. So I'm going to delay publishing those videos for that particular series until a later date where I can actually do a better job. And I'm hoping to have a partner getting involved in this, or two, and actually, to help me out. And we'll have a video out every week. There is so many people that are trying to do great things, that have high levels of success in the world, that I can do this every week, probably for many years to come. So I'll be doing that. So keep in touch. When I'm ready, I'm going to be publishing one. So it may be a few weeks before you see a new video, or at least the series. I may talk about some other things, but I'll be talking about the series in a while. Now, the most important, I guess, thing I want to talk about, and I'm asking you to participate in, is I want to write a third book. And now, I say writing, but in reality, I won't be really writing it. What I want to do, well, actually, I will and I won't. I want to write something that essentially is a collection of stories from successful individuals that have an inner drive to change the world, similar to these people that I'm interviewing. And I'm hoping some of these individuals will, in fact, contribute some text. So I want them to tell their own personal story, and I want to make a collection of a book of these stories, so you guys can read and read up on different individuals that you prefer in different industries. So I'll be structuring it and organizing it. I'll be writing a little bit in it, but it's going to be a contribution. So I'm asking you guys, because I know some of you have done some pretty interesting things. It doesn't need to be like moving mountains things professionally. But I want to have people that have a certain credibility in their own individual markets. Doesn't need to be superhero level, okay? But I definitely need to find as many people as I can that have this inner drive to change the world and have done some things in their personal life and possibly in their professional life in that direction. And I would like to ask them to contribute. And I'll be doing it in a special way. And by the way, these individuals like you may be good material for the series, the YouTube series as well. So please communicate with me if you either yourself think you have a good story for the YouTube channel and series, or for the book that I'll be putting together with others. Let me know. Or maybe you know someone that I should definitely talk to, and let me know about that, and we'll definitely do something. Now, the way I'm going to be doing it, as far as the book part, is I'll be using a tool called Clubify. So I'm putting the link down there as clubify.com. It is a new app that is not yet released. It's going to be released in mid-February or so I'm told. A good friend of mine that I've known for years, an app developer, Saqib Narashani, he is the owner of Mobility Think. You can check him out. He's building this for himself, and he's going to want to market it and things like that. It's a great tool. It's a tool to communicate, for individuals to communicate with fans. That's the purpose of it. So you create essentially a club with members and things like that. So I want to use that tool to gather these stories. They won't be big stories. I want to gather stories and communicate with people in a very efficient way. So it's a tool that is specifically designed for this, with lots of really interesting features in it. You can check the website out to see what it looks like, because, hey, you can have your own app and your own club as well if you have a following and you want to communicate with them too. So go ahead with that. But I'm going to be using Clubify to build that third book, and of course to engage with you guys in a little bit better way than YouTube can offer. Of course the app's not out yet, so we're gonna look into that shortly, and I'm gonna make an announcement when it's ready. But I do want you guys to participate much more to my efforts in changing the world, using, of course, high technology and science and all these great things, because it's really the people that make all the difference. Science and tech, nothing happens if there's no innovators and entrepreneurs. And also, if you don't have the right innovators and entrepreneurs that have the right idea of changing the world in a positive way, the science and technology that comes out of that is not necessarily positive. So I want to support and help and gather and create a team that will create great content that will be inspirational for our youth, that will be inspirational for our professionals, and that will help putting people together for the greater good. So that's the whole intention. I wanted to give you this update because I've been quiet for quite some time, but that's what has been going on behind the scenes. And you can always check my website, and my website usually has most of the resources and stuff that I do. But I will be using again the YouTube, my blog, and also Clubify to push out my message. I don't believe I will ever make a newsletter. I think we're past that technologically. I think there are better ways to transfer information. I will use those specific tools to do that. So just subscribe, like, and also to the channel and the blog, and look for next updates on all these projects. And I'm sure if there's enough interest, if there's people that are willing and interested in helping me out, perhaps we'll think about other projects that we can collaborate on to create and engineer this paradise here. All right, that's it for now. Enjoy your weekend, and I will catch up with you soon, I hope. Bye-bye.